birthday!
Oh my gosh!
On this season of 7 Little Johnstons.
That do it!
Anna. I just bought my first home. Everyone in the family are coming over to have an official housewarming party.
I grew up with this girl. She is tough.
This year, we're spicing things up for our 25th wedding anniversary and challenging ourselves to new date ideas.
Don't jiggle the pot too much.
Today is prom.
It was both of our first proms. I really didn't know what to expect, but I was more than happy with the outcome. It was great.
Good night. Bye. I love you. I love you. When it is time for Alex to leave Allie, there's always tears.
I don't know how many more goodbyes I can handle.
We've got some really big news to tell.
Yep. I'm feeling super nervous about it.
Fans of 7 Little Johnstons are in an uproar after a recent episode showed baby Leighton being fed with what many viewers are calling an unsafe tool in the hospital. The TLC reality show, which follows the lives of the Johnston family, all of whom have achondroplasia dwarfism, has always been open about their struggles and triumphs. However, the latest scene involving newborn Leighton has sparked major concern among fans, leaving many petrified for the infant's safety. The controversial feeding scene. In the emotional episode, Amber and Trent Johnston welcomed their youngest daughter, Leighton, via C-section. Due to the challenges often faced by little people during childbirth, the family was prepared for potential complications. However, what shocked fans wasn't the delivery itself, but a moment afterward when a nurse was seen using a large syringe to feed the newborn. Viewers immediately took to social media, expressing alarm over the method, with many insisting it looked dangerous and improper for a fragile newborn. Some even speculated that the tool could lead to choking or aspiration, especially given that babies with dwarfism often have specific medical needs. Why are fans so worried? Syringe feeding risks. While syringe feeding can be used in certain medical situations, critics argue that the way it was administered seemed too forceful for a newborn. Several nurses and parents in the comments claimed that slow, controlled bottle feeding or breastfeeding is typically safer for infants, especially those with potential airway concerns. Leighton's dwarfism considerations. Babies with achondroplasia often have narrower airways and may need specialized feeding techniques to avoid complications. Fans questioned whether the hospital staff was properly trained in dwarfism-related infant care. Lack of explanation. The show didn't clarify why this method was used, leaving fans to speculate whether it was a medical necessity or a concerning oversight. Medical professionals weigh in. Some healthcare workers defended the hospital staff, explaining that oral syringes are sometimes used for newborns who struggle with latching or have low muscle tone. However, even those who supported the method admitted that the technique must be extremely gentle to prevent milk from entering the lungs. On the other hand, critics argued that preemie or special needs bottles, like those with slow-flow nipples, would have been a safer choice. One pediatric nurse tweeted, "Syringe feeding can be okay in specific cases, but it has to be done carefully. That looked way too fast for a tiny baby." Hashtag 7 Little Johnstons. Amber and Trent's response. So far, neither Amber nor Trent has directly addressed the backlash, but in past episodes, they've emphasized how vigilant they are about their children's medical care. Given that they've raised 4 other children with dwarfism, fans assumed they would speak up if something was wrong. Still, some viewers wonder, did the parents even realize the potential risk? Or was this a moment missed in the chaos of childbirth? Fan reactions. We're petrified for Leighton. Social media exploded with concern. That nurse was way too rough with that syringe. My heart was racing watching this. Poor Leighton. At Mama Bear, 23. Why didn't they use a special bottle? This seems so outdated and unsafe. Hashtag worried for Leighton. At Nurse Life. I've had 3 kids, and I've never seen a baby fed like that. Something's off. At Dad of Littles. Others, however, urged fans to trust the professionals and remember that TV editing can be misleading. Could this lead to a bigger conversation? This incident has reignited discussions about Medical training for dwarfism patients. Are all hospitals equipped to handle deliveries and infant care for little people? Reality TV's role in medical scrutiny. Should TLC have included a disclaimer or explanation? Parental advocacy in hospitals. Did Amber and Trent question the method, or did they trust the staff completely? Final thoughts. Was it really unsafe? While syringe feeding can be medically justified, the lack of context has left fans uneasy. Until the Johnstons or medical experts clarify, viewers will remain petrified over whether little Leighton was put at risk. One thing's for sure, this won't be the last time 7 Little Johnstons sparks a heated debate.